Hi everyone, my name's Matt. I live in New Hamburg and I'm a volunteer with Waterloo Region's Stay Safe Rapid COVID Antigen Screen program. I wanted to put together this quick video with a demonstration and a bit of info now that this testing is more widely available across Waterloo Region and beyond for businesses to use for staying safe and staying open. For those of you that don't know, rapid antigen tests detect proteins of live virus. So these are much quicker, much cheaper than full PCR tests that you get at the public health unit. They get more and more effective as a person is more contagious with a high viral load. So typically these are meant to be done every few days by asymptomatic people with no high risk COVID contacts. These rapid tests are an important part of the toolbox for staying safe, along with vaccines, distancing, masks, and full COVID PCR tests. Those PCR tests that you get at the health unit, they take longer. They've typically been reserved for symptomatic people and high risk contacts. So to go along with those, effective and broad rapid testing will help prevent spread by people who otherwise wouldn't think they had COVID or that they were contagious. So taking advantage of rapid testing for your business, along with other measures you're doing, is really part of doing everything you can. I want to tell you a little bit more about the Stay Safe screening program. So this program in Waterloo Region is it's about rapid COVID screening awareness and access. So one part is where individuals can walk up to these specially outfitted buses that we have, and individuals can get a free and fast screening. The other part of the program is providing test kits for small and medium businesses to use on site with their employees. For individuals, this bus is a pilot program. It's only running until the end of June. And so otherwise, these tests aren't really available for individuals. So we're relying on the second half of this program to get these rapid tests out through businesses. So businesses can order kits free of charge for their staff. Communitech and the Chambers of Commerce have resources to help businesses set up their on-site screening programs. Businesses, they can have employees do screens through these tests a few days a week. Some companies will set up a station at their work, similar to what we have on our buses, where an employee may walk up, pick up a kit that has a swab in it. They will do the swab themselves. They will put the swab in a little tube, and then someone else could take that tube, put it in a test device, view the results, record the results. So you can then do these tests, keep track of results, and if anyone is a presumptive positive from these tests, send them to the health unit for a PCR test and tell them to isolate. Alternatively, you could have staff do the test themselves. You could give them a little Ziploc bag that has all of the components of the test and have them do it themselves, read it themselves, and report back to you as well. And obviously, if they have a presumptive positive, they would leave work, isolate, and get a PCR test from the health unit. For business ordering kits, I wanted to show you a little bit about what it is that you'll be getting when you order and pick up your kits. So kits will come in a box like this that contains 25 tests, and I'll show you what's inside. There's some instructions. There's a nice simple diagram to show you all the different steps of doing the test and reading the results. I said there's 25 kits, so each kit has swabs. So there's 25 nasal swabs. These are ones that employees will use on their own. So self-swab nasal swabs. There's 25 of those. There's 25 of these little test tubes, and these test tubes you can fill with liquid in the top, and then at the bottom there's actually a separate thing that you are able to then use as a dropper into the test device. So 25 tubes. 25 lids for the tubes. There's a little cardboard box that when you set it up, it actually allows you to put multiple tubes in there just to help make it easy as you fill them up. There's a couple test controls so you can see, actually if you wanted to see or take pictures of what a negative test looks like or what a presumptive positive test looks like. Those things are there if you want to do them. You've got some of the liquid. This is the buffer that you fill in the test tubes. Basically just a couple drops in each test tube that the swab will then swirl around in. And then there's 25 of these devices. And so these, when I open them up, it's basically not unlike a pregnancy test. So there's a little spot where you're gonna end up putting droppers of the liquid in, And then over the course of 15 minutes, there's a paper test strip inside, and you'll see some color go across as the 15 minutes elapses, and then you'll see lines underneath those triangles. And the C is for the control. You should always see a line on there, and the T indicates if it detects COVID antigens. So hopefully you're only going to see one line. And that's it. That's what's in the box. So basically 25, all the materials you need to set up 25 test kits. And now I want to show you what it's like to actually do a real test, what it's like to put together a full kit, do a test, and read all the results. So from the unboxing, I have a test tube, I have liquid. I'm going to put a few drops into the test tube. There's a little line at the bottom that shows me how to fill it up. It's really only a centimeter or so, 5 or 10 drops, and so I filled up to the line. I'll put the lid on for now. Close up my liquid. Then I've got my swab, and it just opens like a cheese string. I'm going to make sure I don't touch the cotton tip at the end. I'm just going to grab the full swab out. Don't let the length scare you. This is not the brain poke. I only actually need to go in 2 centimeters or so. And what we tell people is to basically going to swab the inside of my nostril 5 times, go around sort of 5 times on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other nostril, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take my test tube. I'm going to put the swab in, making sure I don't touch it with my hands or otherwise contaminate it. I'm going to swirl it around in the liquid for a couple seconds. I'm going to pull it up a little bit. I'm actually going to squeeze right where that cotton is to get all the liquid out of the tip of the swab. And then there's a little notch on the swab. You might not be able to see it in the video, but it makes it really easy to break off. And then I can put the lid back on the tube. Okay, so now that I have my swab in the tube, as I mentioned, the bottom of the tube actually unscrews and becomes an eyedropper. And so on the side of the test where it has a number 5, I'm going to do 5 drops of the liquid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recap it. This is now garbage along with the other packaging from the swab. And I'm going to wait for 15 minutes and then come back and check. Okay, it's been 15 minutes since I did the droppers on my test, and I'm back. I can see I have a nice clear line under the C. That's for control. Any red or even faint pink line under the T is a presumptive positive. So if I saw that, I would isolate and get a PCR test done at the health unit. But as it is now, the C, red line under control, that's negative. I'm good to go to work. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know if you have absolutely any questions in the comments. If you're a business owner, head to StaySafeScreen.ca to order your kits for pickup in Kitchener, Cambridge, or Stratford, usually ordering a 2-week supply at a time. If you're an individual, head to the StaySafeScreen buses around Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge until the end of June 2021. And encourage your workplace to order kits and to implement a rapid screening program at your work. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, everyone.